Careful, careful.
Yeah.
Mr. Wolfe expects his meals on time. I have to begin his apricot omelette in 20 minutes.
Apricot omelette? Just a little adjustment, that's all. Yeah, it's okay now.
Thank you.
Anytime. Just call service.
That's all we've been doing lately. Everything in the house breaking down suddenly. The stove, the telephone, the TV.
Yeah, things today not so good as used to be.
The young woman seems to think well of you, Archie.
It's because I'm shy. Good morning, butterfly. Lovely day, isn't it, huh? Lovely day for death.
Was tucked inside the morning paper. It wasn't ticking, so I brought it in.
Prince, my apricot omelet.
Yes, sir?
Most satisfactory.
Oh, I'm glad. I was worried. There was trouble with the stove, but the gas company man fixed it in time.
Yeah, the electrician came. He repaired the heater up in the plant room.
Plant room? There was no harm to the orchids.
Oh, no, they're fine. I checked it out with Theodore. There's a magazine reporter wants to arrange an interview.
Is she exceptionally attractive, Archie?
How'd you know it was a she?
If you had not been spurred on by your appraisal of the young woman, you would not have bothered to suggest that I break a long-standing rule, which is no interviews.
Her name's Dana Groves, and she's exceptionally attractive.
I'm afraid you will have to find some other method to persuade her of your desirability, Archie.
Like I said, came with the morning paper. No extra charge. Butterfly with a pin through it.
Now, careful.
Yeah.
Mr. Wolfe expects his meals on time. I have to begin his apricot omelette in 20 minutes.
Apricot omelette.
Oh,
No. Just a little adjustment, that's all. Yeah, it's okay now.
thank you.
Anytime. It's call service.
That's all we've been doing lately. Everything in the house breaking down suddenly. The stove, the telephone, the TV.
Yeah, things today not so good as used to be.
The young woman seems to think well of you, Archie.
As I'm shy. Good morning, butterfly. Lovely day, isn't it, huh? Lovely day for death.
This was tucked inside the morning paper. It wasn't ticking, so I brought it in.
Prince, my apricot omelette.
Yes, sir?
Most satisfactory.
Oh, I'm glad. I was worried. There was trouble with the stove,
Oh?
but the gas company man fixed it in time.
Yeah, the electrician came. He repaired the heater up in the plant room.
Plant room. There was no harm to the orchids.
Oh, no, they're fine. I checked it out with Theodore. There's a magazine reporter wants to arrange an interview.
Is she exceptionally attractive, Archie?
How'd you know it was a she?
If you had not been spurred on by your appraisal of the young woman, you would not have bothered to suggest that I break a long-standing rule, which is no interviews.
Her name's Dana Groves, and she's exceptionally attractive.
I'm afraid you will have to find some other method to persuade her of your desirability, Archie.
Like I said, came with the morning paper. No extra charge. Butterfly with a pin through it.
Precisely.
I can't read the signature.
Filigree. The signature is filigree. And he is saying quite clearly that he intends to pin Butterfly through the heart.
Oh, wait a minute, you're losing me. Who's Butterfly?
I am. Fritz, you said the repairman came here this morning?
Yes, he was here for nearly an hour.
Then can you describe him?
Of course. He was about this tall, long hair, and a big mustache.
Oh, it's hard to remember exactly. Well, he was about so tall.
You have a mustache, long hair?
No. Very neat. Horn-rimmed spectacles. And, oh, yes, a piece of adhesive on his cheek. Cut it shaving, he said.
Wait a minute.
Yes, Archie.
That guy 2 days ago, the TV repairman that worked on the set in your office, he had a piece of adhesive, too. He said he'd gotten burned. He was about the same height as Theodore's friend, and Fritz's.
Hair color?
It was brown with some gray in it. You know, it's funny, though. I got the feeling he dyed it, that he was older than he looked.
He is 58 years of age. And his name is John Allen Brademan. Some time ago, he promised to kill me. It would appear that D-Day has arrived.
Well, you don't know for sure it was this Brademan.
3 men, noticeably different, yet each man is the same height. Each man has something in the nature of a disguise. Mustache, horn-rimmed glasses, or a piece of adhesive tape. Each man wears a distinctive uniform or work coverall. Clearly, Archie, one man, disguised, in my home, unwatched, doing anything he liked.
Doing what? Now, we checked everything. Nothing is missing.
Perhaps, but I'm very much afraid that something has been added. Brademan's specialty was demolition.
In the army?
Yes. He was a hero. A much decorated hero, I might add. Some time ago, in a war fought, of course, to ensure eternal peace, I commanded a military intelligence unit. We were very successful until we were betrayed by one of our own, John Allen Brademan, codenamed Filigree. As a result of that betrayal, 3 of my men were ambushed by the enemy and shot to death. When Brademan realized he was under suspicion, he escaped. He lived under an assumed identity for 7 years. He was finally caught, tried, and sentenced to 20 years imprisonment.
Now he's out.
Obviously. And planning to kill me, as promised. In a pathetic attempt at revenge.
Pathetic? No, not so pathetic, my friend, as you are about to learn.
All right, Goodwin, what do you want to know about this Brademan character?
Inspector Wolfe's always been interested in prison reform. Brademan's sort of a test case.
Well, his sentence was commuted last year. Good behavior. He was a model prisoner.
How long ago did he get out?
9 months?
Any current address?
Ha, ha, ha.
No current address. Looks like the studious type.
He took every course the prison offered.
Electrical engineering, chemistry, physics. It says here he rebuilt the prison's telephone switching system. That's very impressive. Any chance you could run a trace on him?
If I had a reason.
Friendship?
Friendship costs, Goodwin. I want to know why Wolfe is interested.
He's interested in the way Brademan educated himself. Oh, what he's doing with his life now, things like that.
Okay, I'll see what I can pick up.
Hello, remember me?
How could I forget? Dana Grove's girl reporter. Mr. Wolfe said no. And when he says no that way, he means no in every language. I'm sorry. But we could have dinner Friday night, and I could apologize in detail.
What would he do if you just brought me in?
Fire me?
Well, then you'd be sure to have Friday night free, wouldn't you?
My problem is I'm too easy.
I'll be gentle.
Gentle.
You, I take it, are Miss Groves.
I prefer Dana.
Surely Mr. Goodwin explained to you that I do not grant interviews.
Yes, he did.
I consider them the equivalent of capering nude in public. Good day, Miss Groves, and you are free to take Mr. Goodwin with you.
Good morning, Butterfly. Do you recognize the voice?
I've been expecting your call, Filigree.
Don't bother, Goodwin. The phone won't work anymore except for me. You see, as I was saying, you can't call out unless you ask me very nicely. You might want to call for help, and we can't have that now, can we, eh?
I assume we're also under visual surveillance.
Oh, yes, you are.
You always were a gifted technician.
What's going on?
Don't worry about anything. It'll be all right.
I'm not worried. I'm fascinated. I came for a story, didn't I?
I hope you're hungry, Butterfly.
Not at the moment, Filigree. Why?
I'm about to give a cooking lesson.
Fritz, the kitchen. Fritz, get away from the stuff. Are you all right, Fritz? There we are, Fritz. It is not serious.
How did it happen? I'm fine, sir. Thank you.
Fair warning, Butterfly.
Whose voice is that?
His name's John Allen Brademan, an old associate.
You can stop sniffing around, Goodwin. I'm wired into your own intercom system. You'd have to rip it all out to forgo the pleasure of my voice.
You may imagine you have some grudge against me, Brademan, but you have wounded an innocent man.
Well, I don't mean to hurt anybody innocent, but anybody in your house finds himself in a battle zone.
Tell me, exactly what are we fighting about?
Guilt and innocence. I was court-martial hounded, railroaded into prison for 20 years. Treason, that was it. No, not treason. That was the lie. You lied, and that lie sent me to prison for 20 years. I'm gonna rip the truth out of you, out of your guts. Guilt and innocence, Butterfly. Your guilt and my innocence.
Then it is between us alone. Let the rest of them go.
No, I may need them.
You have me trapped in my house. What more do you need?
It's no longer your house. It's mine. Telephone, electricity, gas, top to bottom. Don't try to open the doors or windows either. Think of it as a toy house, a paper construction held in my hand. And when I am quite ready, I close my hand. Get away from that phone, Goodwin! I said it's my house now.
Right? Sure. Okay.
Archie! Archie!
Archie!
Look, I'm going out. Now, if he's bluffing, we're clear. If he isn't, it's going to be one hell of a diversion. You can all get out.
Hey, I don't want to get anywhere. Don't worry about me. I was hoping to get an interview and I walked into a page one wire service story. I want it.
kid is not exactly the kind you might get to file. Now, he could kill us all.
Well, that's the second point. He's got this whole place wired. He wouldn't leave the front door open for us to walk out. He said don't touch the doors or windows.
I know. But I am willing to risk it.
Archie, you will commit no such imbecility. Miss Groves is right. Stay away from the door.
Sorry, Mr. Wolfe. This time I'm on my own.
It was just a warning, Goodman. There's half a kilo of explosives planted in that door frame. Open the door, and it blows. Maybe the whole house with it.
Archie?
It's okay. You don't have to say it. I was just checking out our friend.
Isn't there anything we can do, sir?
Yes. Fritz, are you strong enough to restore order in your kitchen and begin preparations for lunch?
Archie cut the gas lines.
A cold lunch, then.
Yes, sir.
And you can search the plant room, Theodore. I want no risk to the orchids.
Very good, sir.
Activity's the best therapy. Is that it, Mr. Wolfe?
Precisely. And I do not intend to be deprived of my lunch. Miss Groves, you may wait in my office. We shall search the rest of the house, Archie.
Well, that's a very good idea, Butterfly. Yes, I do believe you'll find that I've been quite thorough. Oh, my, that's a very handsome room, Butterfly. Fit for, say, the Last Supper. Goodman, did I startle you?
Not at all. I warned him to expect it.
As you are always brilliant, Butterfly. You've already worked out everything, haven't you? My entire plan.
Yes, I have. You intend to blackmail me with threats against my staff and that girl. To force a fraudulent confession from me. Well, it's a dead end, I fear, Filigree.
Dead end. I like the sound of that. Dead end.
If I do not agree, how long do I have?
Well, the rest of your life. Oh, rest! Put it back again. Well, the rest of your life. Rest, Butterfly. Take a nap. Oh, dear. Well, perhaps it wouldn't have been much of a rest at that.
Well, among the 20,000-odd species of the Orchidaceae, there are over 150 native to North America. These Habernarias, for example. You're about to ask what relevance has horticulture to homicide, I imagine.
Yeah, my very words.
Well, none, sir, except to the degree that I am involved in both at the moment. I would like for you to note these creations of nature. Unique, fragile, beautiful. One of the few beneficial results of human interaction with our ecology.
We hybridized them here. It took 6 years.
Yes, but well worth it, Theodore. They're beyond compare.
Indeed they are, sir. The most important thing
The entire house is covered. Even this room is wired. But I think we can talk in the basement room. We will go down there separately. Try not to attract attention. Fritz, guide Miss Groves.
I'll be back in a moment, sir.
Very good, Theodore. In my office in 10 minutes, Archie, yes?
Right. It's just a taste of what's to come, Butterfly. You have exactly 5 minutes.
Archie! Archie!
there any place he didn't plant one?
We have 5 minutes, Archie. Kindly get everybody else as far away as possible.
But they're downstairs. They'll be okay. 5 minutes ought to give us enough time to get at that thing. Maybe. I hope you know how to disarm a bomb.
My memory serves me, yes, I do.
Good. Makes me feel better by about 2%.
I can see it now. Now what?
Do not touch it, Archie. It probably has an equilibrium trigger. If you move it even a fraction of an inch, it will detonate.
So what do I do?
Examine it closely. We have about 3 minutes. Now tell me what you see.
It's wrapped in tape. It's 2 wires. That's all I can get at without moving it.
Are the wires the same thickness?
Yes.
What colors are they?
One black, one red.
Do you have your penknife handy?
I'm never without it. My Boy Scout training. Now what?
All right, cut the red wire carefully, very carefully. Do not move the bomb itself. Do not move the bomb.
Oh, what makes you so sure cutting the red wire won't change our address?
Filigree always had an orderly mind. Red for detonation. That's the way it was in the books. 30 seconds, Archie. All right, cut the red wire now.
It's cut. Now what?
We wait and see if I was right. 9 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Satisfactory, Archie.
Most satisfactory, Goodwin.
So far. Butterfly, you understand this was merely a test. There is more to come. Much, much more.
More trouble, sir?
What happened?
A small delay. I am reasonably certain we can speak freely in this room. It has no wiring as yet, no openings to the outside. Archie has just defused a bomb that was set to explode in the elevator.
He said he wouldn't kill you
If I confessed my guilt, precisely. At which point he means to kill me, face to face, point blank. It would be his way. Which also means he will have to enter this house. He will be vulnerable when he does, and only then. Before that moment occurs, we may have time to act.
Which means you have a plan.
I have, Archie. I have indeed. Well, Archie?
I think I found the TV remote.
Good. Now, from this moment forward, no talking, please.
want you to stay back. I'm going to open a window panel and it may be wired.
Archie, don't.
I have to take a chance. The only way out.
When?
As soon as it gets dark.
Wolf!
Yes?
I hope you're not being stupid.
We share that hope, John.
You said you had a plan. You realize that there are other lives at stake beside yours.
My only plan is to preserve the lives of everyone in this house.
Well, whatever your plan is, it won't work. Now, I want all of you in one place in your entry hall where I can see you all. Otherwise, your house will be an empty lot.
Braverman!
You know I mean what I say. Now, all together, Butterfly, or all dead.
You can't be serious. You used to have great respect for life. There is no need to involve innocent people. This is between us. We can settle it.
You sent me into an 8-by-10-foot coffin for nearly 20 years. I want payment for that.
Yes, of course I understand. Let the others go. I'll wait here for you.
Let them go where? Straight to the police? Oh, you must really think I'm mad.
That was scarcely necessary.
It's only a sample. Get them into the entry hall. Now!
What if I tell you I am prepared to give you your confession?
I'm not prepared to believe you. No, not until we're face to face. And see you confess to me, to admit it to me, on paper. Get them into the hall. Or the next button I press won't be a light switch.
Very well. Fritz, Theodore, Archie, into the entry hall at once, please. And Archie, see that Miss Groves comes with you. It is important that we cooperate with Mr. Braverman. He is most insistent.
Most insistent.
Can you hear me?
Yes. What's happening there? What's Wolfe up to, Dana? Tell me.
Can't you just talk to him? Get him to confess the truth?
Dana, you know what sort of a man Wolfe is. I've told you often enough. I mean, he betrayed me, put me into jail. He's gonna pay for it.
Father, please. I want your name cleared as much as you do. But an innocent man has already been hurt.
It was an accident. He's old. He didn't move fast enough. Where's Goodwin? Dana, where's Archie? Where is he? Dana, tell me.
He's gonna climb down from the roof. Father, you promised me there'd be no killing. All you wanted from Nero Wolfe was the truth. Archie had nothing to do with it. Don't hurt him. Father.
Why should I hurt him, darling? I mean, I don't even know the man. Go on down and join the others, huh? Down the entryway.
Archie, you all right? Miss Groves indicated you were still up here. I felt you might try something foolhardy.
We heard shots.
Brademan spotted me.
No, he wouldn't shoot at you.
Indeed? And why not, Miss Groves?
Well, I mean, the things he said. His quarrel is with you.
Oh, apparently he's not that particular. It was like he was waiting for me. He knew what I was up to.
Yes. We are therefore going to have to block his surveillance of this house.
How?
Theodore, go downstairs. Cut off all the electricity, gas, and water. Fritz, destroy our intercommunication system.
I'd have to break into the walls.
Do so. We shall operate with flashlights and our knowledge of this house. Archie, you and I will search for any further explosive traps our friend has set. And from this moment on, all of you, absolute silence.
House is probably booby-trapped. You are so damn loyal to Nero Wolfe. Why should you or any of us risk our lives for him?
Did you listen to me? Brademan wounded Fritz. He shot at me. It's not a private war any longer. He's mad. You heard what Wolfe said then. No more talking.
Very good, Nero, very good indeed. You knew your silence would ultimately bring me here.
You always were a man with a consuming curiosity.
I have distracted your people. I don't want us disturbed.
Not now, not at this moment that I have dreamed about all these years. Your confession. On paper. Or are you planning on taking your filthy secret to the grave? I want it all, you understand? All of it. How you betrayed our outfit. How you betrayed me. All of it. All the lies! Ah!
Come in, Miss Brademan.
You knew?
For some time. Actually, it was most ingenious. All the electronic gadgetry is a distraction while your father planted a spy in my house. When he was able to anticipate Archie's attempt to escape, I was certain.
You were always smarter, Butterfly. Always. You always had that going for you.
Why didn't you stop me?
Use violence, and thereby trigger more violence. I do not approve of stupidity, my dear. And perhaps I hope that you would see the truth. That I am innocent. That your father is ill.
Ill.
That he needs help.
Lies. Distortions. He used them against me before. He's trying to again.
My father told me the whole story over the years. Every time I went to see him in prison.
Did he ever happen to mention Captain Ryan, or Captain Davis, or Captain Silver?
No. Who are they?
Men who died because of your father.
No, you, because of you.
Men in our unit. Your father betrayed them, and because of that, they were cut down by the enemy. And you could not live with that, could you, John? So you lied, and swallowed the lie, and let it poison you. All those bitter years spent hating me for something you did.
Don't you. It was you.
I want you to think back, John. Think back to a night which you have tried to erase from your memory. That dank night of May 17, when a small intelligence unit went out on a critical mission. But we were missing one man, John Allen Brademan, codenamed Filigree. Why was he not with us? Nobody knew. Not then. So we went ahead without him, into the woods. And minutes later, 3 of our good friends were dead from a hail of bullets. And the rest of us were in flight. And when the sorry remnants of that mission found cover and huddled together, tending our wounds, we knew why Filigree had not accompanied us. It was you, John, who got word of our mission to the enemy.
No. You told them. You told them before you started out. I got lost in the woods, in the fog. That's why I wasn't with the unit.
No! You told them the very path we would follow through the woods where their death squad awaited us.
I told nobody anything.
Don't hurt him! I don't know how to explain what I did. Before my mother died, we used to visit him in prison every week. He told me that story over and over again. I grew up with it. I believed him.
After all that we endured together in those desperate hours, would you believe me, Dana, if I told you that I thought your father was a good man?
I do know he was a good father.
Yes. He taught you the difference between right and wrong. You were able to recognize the truth.
Look, by the way, on the subject of truth, Dana is a reporter.
The significance of that observation, Archie, manages to elude me completely.
It means she still wants an interview.
I know. You think it's the same as dancing nude in public.
Unless, of course, Archie can give you some suggestions on how to change the mind of a stubborn old mule.
Over a dinner, perhaps?
Excellent idea, Archie. Over dinner, perhaps.
Over dinner.